What up? What up? What up, man? We back, man. It seems like we do this every day, but we live every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This your boy Lil Ted.
Man, it's your boy SouthSide Mike, man. We in the building.
And you live in the crib on the EFABU Talk Show, man. We got some heavy hitters, man. We got some heavy hitters today that has, you know what I'm saying, wrapped up a great career, you know what I'm saying, in the film industry. Not only that, you know what I'm saying, just their careers in general. You know what I'm saying? We have done our homework, and I hope that they're ready. But not only them, I hope that the audience is ready. You know what I'm saying? So we're finna get right to it, man. We got Mark Cummings in the building.
Yes,
we got Vincent Bryan is in the building, aka V. And then we got your girl, Maggie Levine is in the building, man. So I'm not gonna hold y'all long, man. We're gonna bring them on. Mark Cummings, man, you on the stage. Maggie Levine, you on the stage. Vincent Bryan, aka V, you on the stage. What's happening, y'all?
Hey.
What's up? What's up, little Terry? What's up, everybody?
What's going on? How y'all doing tonight?
All right.
I'm surprised we got Billy V on the you know what I'm saying, on the web right now. That's something special. This man's been busy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised too after the day I've had, but you know what? For you, Terry, I would be here, and you get my best. So here we go.
I'm honored. How you doing, Miss Maggie?
Doing pretty good. Hanging in there.
Okay. So, hey, let them know what's going to be popping off, you know what I'm saying, during the show. That's going to be, you know what I'm saying, promoted to the audience, and, you know, we just go from there.
Okay. So just like we did last week for the audience, we do have trivia for you guys again. Trivia will be a little different this week than it was last week. We did hit y'all with some simple questions last week. This week, we're going to need the audience to do just a little bit more homework before y'all answer these questions. So just like last week, every 10 minutes, a question will drop at the bottom of your screen. So we need you guys to pay attention. Again, the first person to answer the question within the chat will get credited for that question. So please pay attention. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Well, Mark is back. Mark Cummings, senior.
Yes, sir.
You know
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, fellas. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Great.
Doing great, man.
Good.
Just to have, you know, three special people, you feel what I'm saying? I heard a lot about, you know what I'm saying, Mark and Maggie from Jonathan Coleman, and I already have business, you know what I'm saying, adventures with Vincent Bryan, aka Billy V. So I'm gonna just take the, you know what I'm saying, allow y'all to have the floor, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, introduce yourselves.
All right, ladies first, I guess. We'll go with Maggie.
Okay. So we're going alphabetically, but all right. My name's Maggie Levine.
Yeah, ladies first. Please, ladies first.
I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm an actress, comedian, and writer.
Okay.
All right, my name is Mark Cummings. I'm a writer, director, producer, actor as well. I'm based in Columbus, Ohio, and to date we've done 6 feature films and 1 short film. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's your turn, Billy V. Are you talking?
I'm a composer. Original music for film underscore themes, songs, even beats, and sound design. And can you hear me?
Wow.
Now we can hear
Can you
you.
hear me? Are we
Feel
having a
free-
bad
look,
connection?
I
Feel
heard
free
you.
There's a
to-
bad connection.
A little bit, but we heard
Hello.
you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
Hello?
good. No,
We
we
hear
got
you.
you. We got you.
We got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
composer.
do sound design. And all you got to do is Google me, VLEEV. Those 5 letters. Bruce Lee between 2 V's. VLEEV. You can't unsee that now. There you go. I just hypnotized you.
Hey, so look, you have spoken about short films, right? And I'm gonna
Right.
throw a curveball. I'm gonna throw a curveball just to be controversial in a sense. We see what's going on with hip hop,
Okay.
right? What is up under the carpets? You feel what I'm saying? That's not shown when it comes down to the comedian world, short film, the industry, everything that y'all got going on when it comes down to that part. Like we understand the music part, but is it exposure when it comes? You know what I'm saying? Exposing when it comes down to the film part.
You know what? Honestly, man,
No.
I hate the book,
No.
but no, not
No?
from my standpoint. No, not from my standpoint. No, you know, we're still
It's
independent.
not.
So
It's not exposure.
So, yeah, y'all ain't got no dirt on that side.
hey, no,
No,
dirty.
I don't have anything to say on that side.
I got nothing either.
Okay. So I
Okay.
mean, I do
You know
have
how old I am. You know how old I am. I have stories from New York from way back beyond you guys being born. I'm so serious. So this is nothing new. It's just this person is just caught up, and everybody else with him is caught up. So, but this is a great time for independents who want to be morally upright, if you know what I mean, and do their business and put their money where their mouth is and get the good marketing. Spend money on marketing and promoting yourself, your event, your releases, your craft, and I don't want to take over, but that's
That
how
was
I feel.
definitely a lot easier a year ago during the strike.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's where we learned. You're right. But we need to keep it up. It's still easier. It's just that now it costs a little more. So you have to pay a little more. You have to build your audience. And if you're building your audience, you have all that instant built-in analytics and everything that goes with that. If you have your own website, you can win. You can win.
Yeah, and I
Seriously.
think between that and the pandemic, because production was shut down now twice within the last few years, we've had no choice but to go out, create our own thing, and the work's not coming to you, so you got to make your own.
That's right.
So
That's right. And Mark
Let me ask-
Zuckerberg, he said it. Mark Zuckerberg said it. He said, "You're digital creators. So what are you going to create? What is there? Whatever music and art or film or whatever visuals you have and whatever music you have or sound design that you can attach to brand it as a piece, then you can sell that, whatever that is. I don't know, podcast, whatever. I don't know."
Well, speaking on the side of creating, I did have a question for Mr. Cummings here. With you being an independent filmmaker, what is your process going into writing movie? Because I see that you are, you write as well as direct. So, like, what is your process of how you come up with your idea for your movie? I did take the opportunity to sit back and watch Holy Hustle over the weekend. I was trying to do a little research. I did sit back and watch. It was a really good, movie. What is that process for you?
I appreciate it, man. First of all, I've been doing screenplays since about 2007, and each one is different because it all depends on where the idea comes from. But it definitely goes through a moment where I have to let it just kind of marinate, and then I do an outline for each one of my movies, and I just take as long as it takes to let the movie come out to be exactly what I need it to be. Just kind of go from there.
So how did you come up with the idea for Robin the Church?
You know what? Actually, somebody else gave me that concept. They said, "What happened? We had a couple of guys hiding out in the church." And I took that and just rolled with it and built the whole story idea from that.
So I got a question. When it comes down to, hold on, we have a heavy echo.
Oh, good, it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I'm talking about heavy echo.
All right, so the only thing we can add to that is if you're not speaking at the moment, just kind of mute the mic. I think that might eliminate the echoes.
Let's. So okay, somebody mute.
Okay, well, I'll mute my mic.
Mute it. Okay, it's still going. So everybody muted. Y'all can hear me? Am I echoing?
You're not echoing right now. You're good.
I'm about to mute.
All right. So for Vincent, for you, I do know that you are a composer, a film composer for your films. What is your process for going in and trying to pick the right music to match the film?
Well, here's the thing about writing to visual. It's not the same as like commercial music. Although there are some that fit, there are some scenes where a song, and this is where a music supervisor comes in, and which I am. I'm qualified to be a music supervisor. You might take a popular song, like your favorite song, like whatever the song is, the Jackson 5 or whatever, Outkast or whatever, and it may fit that scene because the lyrics and the flow of it may fit in the scene, and the characters may even act out to it. That's one thing. Then there's underscore that actually helps tell the story in a scene. That's that impactual music that you really don't notice, but it hits your subconscious and it makes you feel the scene. Even sets up the scene before it happens. My kids hate going to the movies with me because I always know what's going to happen because the music tells it. Does that answer your question?
It does. Yeah. For you, Miss Levine, I know that you are a comedian. So is that something that you were thriving to do for a while? Or was that something you just kind of fell into? Or you just always kind of been a easygoing, funny person, so you kind of just rolled with it?
I think I kind of fell into it 20 years ago, I guess. I was seeing a career coach who suggested stand-up as my way in. So I started doing stand-up, and basically, like, I thought I took to it pretty well. It's like telling everybody, it's like when you're at a party and you tell a cool story, except everybody had to have a couple of drinks and there's more people. And I just felt at home on stage, and I started writing sketch comedy based on anything that happens around me. And I just felt that my path is definitely comedy related.
So what would you say that you're more of a storytelling? So it's not more so like, trying to gather jokes from the from the stage itself, I mean, from the audience itself, but more so from what you experience in life.
Yeah, I guess I would say that. Like if I'm doing stand up, I don't do like the one-liners as much. It's more like I'll have a bit where I tell this story, I got some punchlines, and then if somebody doesn't translate into stand up, it happens, sadly. I find that makes a great sketch. So I just tell my story, I heighten it, and then I watch other people act it out.
Okay, that sounds good. For Mark comments, been like doing short films for the upcoming actresses and actors, producers, and anybody that really want to get into the field, you know what I'm saying, in this industry. It's 2024, so what will it take, you know what I'm saying, for someone to, if they don't have a passion, to develop that passion, if they don't have hard work, to develop that hard work, and if they do have the passion and hard work, You find what will it take for them to, to reach, heights in a sense?
Well, 2024, as you said, technology is readily available for us. So, you can make a film, of course, with this iPhone now. But the big thing is, you said it, you hit the nail on the head, passion. You got to be passionate about this because honestly, there's some very, very long days when you're talking about doing movies independent. So if you're an actress or an actor or even a director or producer or striving to be one, it's a lot of work, a lot of long days. People tend to think because we're what you call weekend warriors. We only shoot on the weekends because we all work full-time jobs. So people sometimes get on set and think that, okay, we're here from 8 to 8, could be longer sometimes. But then me as a producer, the other 5 days of the week, I'm still working, I'm scheduling, I'm setting up everything else that needs to be done prior to that next weekend shoot. So passion is a must, dedication is a must, and then definitely discipline.
Okay, so what type of budget do you normally sit on for a short film?
Yeah, you know what? Again, being independent, my budget is my wallet. Thank God I got a executive producer friend, Denise E. Scott. She's been with me for probably the last 4 or 5 films, and she loves this whole process, and so she's there to make sure that we take care of what's called our craft services. When you don't pay anybody, you definitely better make sure you feed them well. So that's one thing she ensured, that we make sure that everybody eats well and everybody have a good time. And so it depends because it can cost $25,000 to produce a movie, and that's not even paying people. And again, that comes from our wallets. We don't have investors.
Okay. For you, Maggie, quick question. How was it doing the reboot for yesterday's night tapes? Unmute.
Yeah, we actually had a meeting about that this morning. And we're discussing a few different directions. It's going to be a combination of a 20-minute audio format so people can listen in their cars while driving, what have you. We've also discussed possible animation that we're going to put up on social media and YouTube and what have you.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about that.
Okay, so on the other side, your actress career, how is that being, part of the union and being like a union actor?
Well, I joined the union May of 20, which is when everybody was during shutdown because of COVID. So I figured when production started up again, I could just jump right in and start doing the SAG roles. And I was doing pretty well for a couple years. And then, of course, the strike happened last year. So I spent pretty much every morning up at Rockefeller Center walking around my sign. And it was actually kind of cool seeing everybody from background to A-list actors. We're all equal at this point. We're all on the picket line. We're all wearing identical shirts, chanting, doing our chants. And after the strike, a bunch of us who were at that location on a regular basis started a group chat on WhatsApp, and we've been keeping in touch since and having little 30 Rock reunions. So I feel like I was going through a really difficult time last summer, so I just felt that I found my family there. Like they became like a second family to me.
Okay. So you actually have, passion into what you got going on. So that's a good thing. Now, V, I do want to ask. You always told me when I was a artist on the music side, you say it's okay, to do, music, get on the stage, and different things of that nature, but you need to write jingles. That goes into that goes into movies. Yeah, I see that he's kind of breaking up. But if anybody could touch on it, the difference between,
Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here now. Yeah, your service.
Okay, my mic's on now.
What happened?
Is my mic on?
Okay. So
Is my mic on?
yeah, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you, and then I'm gonna unmute you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So my question is, when it comes down, what's the difference or the true reason why people advise people to write music for films and or cartoons or anything dealing with the film industry versus just going to the studio, recording it, putting it online, or doing show music. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the reasons for the two separations?
Well, sync licensing music for a film is a longevity thing, as the life of the film will carry it longer than it just being a record. Even a lot of records that get out come back and the publishers sling it right back into a film. That's what I was saying earlier about a music supervisor whose job is to take a popular song and fit it into a scene that's appropriate for the character and telling the story in the scene and the overall story in and of itself. So, like, you get a song like "Bombs Over Baghdad," which was Outkast. It was in several coming of age teenager movies that covered demographics that were across color and racial barriers across the board. So it was like an international theme. So it worked big, and it was a lot of sync licensing money, which lives long in the movies because it plays in the theater, big money. It plays, and this is when you're hooked up with a PRO like ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC, they pay the broadcast fees for it in a film when it's in the theaters, in a film when it's on streaming, in a film when it's on downloads on demand or rentals or whatever the case is. However you're doing it, Amazon, whatever, Apple TV, there's mechanical royalties and broadcast royalties that you get paid. Plus, there's your writer's share as far as the sales of it, in and of itself. But you got to consult with a lawyer about that. I make the music. I don't make the laws.
All right. So for you, Mark. For you, how was it winning at the indie gathering festival? How was that for you to be able to bring that award home for your feature film in the drama category?
Oh yeah, it was a great feeling because anytime you spend so much time and dedication and commitment to a project, and then not only that, you're asking so many people to be a part of it, to give up their whole entire summer for a project. And so anytime you can get an award like that, it validates the entire movie and makes everyone that was involved of it feel very proud about the time that they devoted to the project. So it was a big honor, and we appreciate it.
Okay. So can you guys give the audience a brief summary of a 180 reel and a 360 reel and why they're both important?
Yeah, shout out to King Jacob. King Jacob asked this question. He's very active, so definitely shout out to you for actually asking a very important question. So
you said a 180 reel?
Yes, and a 360 reel.
You know what? I won't lie, man. I'm not familiar with that term unless it's something else and it has a different totally name or something. I understand like the 180 degree, as far as when it comes to filmmaking, but not really 360 and things like that. No.
So would you? So okay. So what is a 180? You know what I'm saying, for the audience? Like, what if they was to ask, like, what is a 180 film or reel?
Yeah, I don't know. Not a reel or 360 reel. I don't know anything about that.
Vincent, Maggie.
It's a field of view thing, 180-degree field of view, 360-degree field of view. It has to do with the scope. It just sets up the scope, the cover. It's higher quality. It sets the quality, the tone when you go to finally finish your film with your post guys. And I do music, but I'm a producer. I get to know who does what, and that's how I get to understand the stuff. But it helps me to help also understand better what I do, as far as writing music for underscore and incidental music, you know, to make, especially when you have a good DP. But yeah, the 180, your DP knows all about this part, the 180 reel, the 360 reels, the field of view that they cover, the 180 reel, it covers the quality, the basic formats that come up to that scope or not. With 360, I wouldn't say it's better. It depends on what kind of shot you're going for. Because a two shot, which is two characters on a close up at a 180, is just as dramatic as a 360 on several, like a center shot. Like if you use a steady cam and you do a 360, you know what I mean? Your film guy knows. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, see,
Anyway,
that's why you hire DPs, and that's why I hire editors.
right, exactly. Exactly. I hope you hire me. I can really listen. I'm not. I give a great. I give my mock-ups. My my sample mock-ups are really good. I'm not going to brag, but if you listen to them, they haven't been completely mixed and mastered. If you think they're good, they can be even better, and they'll take you to festivals. My mock-ups will make your film brand really classic. So that's what I got for
Okay,
you.
I'll check
I
it
got
out.
all. Yeah, I got to sell myself.
You're supposed to.
All right. So with for Maggie, right?
Oh, of course, right after I mute myself.
I bet. So for Miss Maggie, so I just want to ask, you know what I'm saying, and everybody can answer this question when it come down to it's in the industry or the field within itself. Um the When it come down to work, you know what I'm saying, um do y'all individually feel like is it bias, or is it, it's an race thing, or is it hard for a woman versus a man, or like what is the I see a lot of actors and actresses is coming out, you know what I'm saying, to social media speaking about these things. So I definitely wanted to ask y'all personally about, what I'm saying, that in a sense.
I'm noticing the main bias I'm seeing is more age related. Um, like backstage, I fill in my search requirements, my filtered searches, and they keep sending me stuff for like 20 to mid 30s. Well, let's just say I'm over 35. And I just feel like a lot of roles that I see are for 20s, maybe early 30s. It's not a race thing, it's not a gender thing, it's age.
So yours is age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So you're not seeing the race or the women versus the men versus the women. People is lacking. You don't see that.
No.
Okay. So yours is age. Mark
Yes.
Cummins. What is yours?
Create our own, so I don't have any things that's keeping us from doing what we need to do. So there's no biases I have to deal with.
Well, I'm just saying, like, just in the industry within itself, like Taraji is one of them. Nikki Parker was one of them. On the female side, you feel what I'm saying? We had a couple of guys also speak about, you know, they lack of roles. Not Samuel Jackson. I think it was somebody that do
definitely
Iron
wasn't
Man or
Samuel.
something like that. Huh?
I said definitely wasn't Samuel L. Jackson. He always got a role.
Who played Iron Man?
It's Robert Downey Jr., bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was times where, you know what I'm saying, he felt like they wanted to give it to someone else and lowball him in a sense. So y'all don't.
He was a junkie. That was because he was a junkie. He had a problem with drugs. So putting him in the film was almost taking a risk in a sense. You never know what you was gonna get from him with his drug habit and his drug problem. So.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, man, even when I used to do a little more acting or had like an agent here locally doing commercials and things, I mean, I never had an issue if it was something, you know, because seriously, they are looking for a certain type. That's what it boils down to. Either you fit the type or you don't. So that's pretty much my experience with it.
Are you biased when you pick your actors?
I'm looking for the best ones. Whoever give me the best audition, whoever got the best.
What's the categories?
As far as what?
Just the best. Like, is it attitude? Is it you know?
Okay, so when you write, you create certain characters, and you have a certain look, or you might have a certain attitude that you're looking for from them. So when you give them their sides to read at a casting call, you're trying to see who gives you that best. Who can get the closest to being this character, so to speak, you know, because right then and there, they're not going to be able to really fully and, you know, engross themselves in that character until they've seen the entire script and they're on set all the time. So you have to just look at what you got, see who you can best put in that position. And then as a director, my job is to really mold them into that character.
Okay.
What about you, V? How do you cast and different things of that nature?
Okay, you got there you go. You got that mic thing going. You're good with the control. Okay, anyway, yeah. You're doing it. You're doing it. No, the casting, I leave that up to Tracy. She's the sight, I'm the sound. And Tracy and I work together pretty seamlessly because we play our position. She's the sight, I'm the sound. So when it comes to the casting, I mean, I can always tell who's talented. We always pick good, talented people to put them in the mix and kind of play with it when it comes to like 48-hour film festivals. But lately, we've been focusing on something a little more serious and responsibility driven. So we've been a little stricter with it. So we've got some real talented actors and actresses, and the breakdown is, like I said, back to her. She picks it, you know. She decides who's going to get what, you know, in the end run. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick to Jacob Anderson. I appreciate that clarification. Because I understand the 180-degree rule, but I never heard of like 180 rule and 360 rule, so I appreciate that.
Okay, say that one more time.
Yeah, that 180 thing is.
Okay, yeah, I understand the 180-degree rule. Yeah, I want to thank Jacob for the clarification. I understand that part, but I never heard of 180 reel or 360 reel. So thanks for that education. 360 reel. So thanks for that education.
Okay. He also had asked a question about. What? Can y'all hear me? No. Yes, you can. So how have you built your target audience, market audience, as a filmmaker, and what is age demographics of your audience? Each one of y'all can actually speak about it. Whoever is, I would say, let's go, Levine.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
So go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so the question is, how have you built your target market audience well, in your case as a comedian, it wouldn't be a filmmaker. In your case as a comedian, actress, like how have you market towards your audience, and what is your demographic, your age demographic for your audience? In your comedy, do you cater to a certain age group within your comedy?
Not really. I think I just go for more of a general audience. I guess the Tonight Show type of crowd.
Okay, so you kind of like a late night vibe, kind of almost in a sense like that.
Yeah, as in, I can go on 5 minutes with Jimmy Fallon with this, no problem. I tend to keep it clean.
Okay, and Mark, for you as a filmmaker, it'll be a little more geared towards you with this of how do you build your target market audience, and do you have a certain age demographic that you cater to when making your films?
Well,
No,
hold
it all
on, hold
depends
on.
on.
Before you answer, I got to ask this to Levine. You have the old crowd, you have the middle crowd, and then you have the young crowd. What is your best crowd to do your work in front of?
I'd say in the middle someplace.
Okay.
I may use a popular reference that an older person may not get, and I don't get a lot of the young people references.
Okay. All right. So, Mark.
Oh, so I think it all depends on the film. First and foremost, the genre. But I mean, honestly, as an independent filmmaker, we've been blessed enough that every one of our film premieres we had has been sold out. So typically, we kind of market to the same audience pretty much all the time. Sometimes just bringing in new faces into the venue, but there's really no target market audience, I guess. For me, it's just a matter of what type of movie it is and just putting it out there.
Okay, so for your latest project, When Three Becomes One,
that's a more mature audience.
I kind of picked up the vibe on that, and you acted in that movie as well, correct?
Yeah, that was the first time I acted in over 10 years, so that was kind of a challenge, but it was a fun challenge to take on.
Okay, so where did that come about? Did that come from a personal situation? You was caught up in a love triangle or something? Like, how did that come about?
You know what? That was, again, sometimes, man, you just ask yourself, what if? I wonder what would happen if this, or what would happen if that happened. And so that concept, man, just really struck me, and it stuck with me, and I just took it all the way there. When you talk about a young woman who's dealing with a rare disease, and the only guy that's the perfect match is the guy she had an affair with and fell in love with. So now her husband got to decide whether to let this man save her life or let her die. So that one was kind of a new idea for me.
Okay.
3 and 1. I like
Three
that.
Become One.
Yeah, I like that. Like that.
That one's actually on Amazon now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. And so Vince, for you, a particular movie that you worked on, when trying to get the music score for that particular film, it was two main down south artists that were the main characters to that movie. So with those particular artists that were in that movie, were you geared to more use their music for the movie, or was it more of an open stance when it came to the music?
More open stance. It was more classic because they wanted it to be taken seriously because he was going to festivals, and then he sold it to Amazon, so yeah, it was classic underscore for the scenes, the tenderness between the character and his daughter, the breakdown between him and his woman, and then the violence that happened with him and the anticipated antagonist. Anyway, make a long story short, yeah, it had to be different. It had to be underscore scene music, which is different than his popular music. He's a popular rapper, so he had his music showcasing, and he put his music out, and I think he did quite well with his Spotify just behind it. But anyway, neither here nor there. No, that answers your question. The underscore music helps tell the story. It makes the movie serious. It makes the love scene the love scene. It makes the danger scene the danger scene. It makes the blowing the car up and getting the villains blowing the car up scene. It makes all of that. Those scenes work. You know what I mean?
Understood. Okay, understood.
Yeah. And if you go, if
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
if you go on my SoundCloud, if you go on my SoundCloud, I have over 330 ready cinematic tracks on my SoundCloud Pro. You can get the link from Terry, but if you Google VLEEV, you'll get everything. My SoundCloud Pro's on there, on that Google search.
10 steps ahead of y'all.
All right, so this is my question, right? When it comes down to a filmmaker, a comedian, and a composed music writer, in a sense, are y'all able to work together? Like, can that come together, or is it three separate things? Is it three separate things? Go ahead, Mark.
I think the three of us could.
Yeah, it all comes together. Because as a comedian, she can take the lead in a film, and then V can compose the film and, like you said, add the emotion and everything to the movie. So yeah, definitely come together, collab.
Okay.
Hey, you know what just happened though? Like that, y'all got excited about that question though. Like y'all was actually like on point with like, yeah, come together, like hell yeah, like I like that energy, man. That's what's up, man.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like I was saying last year during the writer's strike. Even though I'm not in the Writers Guild, I was on the picket line with them anyway for solidarity. And the way I see it, we can't do our jobs without the writers. None of us could do our jobs without the other. We are all part of a very intricate machine, and if one part goes, we all go. So yeah, I could totally see the three of us working together.
All right, so yeah, I have a question for Maggie and Mark, because I know V, you're a little more behind the scenes. You're not so much out front. But for Mark and Maggie, how do you deal with egos when working with certain people? Mark, I know you will probably deal with a little more dealing with actors and actresses and things of that nature. Maggie, I know the competition between comedians, they kind of go. So how do you guys deal with the ego factor and like being able to just mesh it out and lay it out to where the job just gets done how it needs to get done?
Well, luckily in my case, I've been on equal level with people like that. I've never had anybody with an ego problem working for me. I'd probably tell them to just be like, I cut the crap and ain't all that. I just I don't like the drama. I just try not to associate with the ego centrics too.
Oh, you don't like the drama? That's the spice. That's where everything is at. Not the mess.
As a director, man, and a producer, I'm the visionary. And my job is to convey the vision to all involved so they understand that their role and their part. And it helps, but at the same time, you still deal with people that got egos. But it's a way that you have to massage egos, and you also have to keep putting people in their place. You have a lot of one-on-ones with people because overall, ultimately, it's about the final project, and that's what it's about.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna ask this to Billy D before we get into a commercial. I'm gonna meet you again.
Yeah.
You also worked on sets when I was on set. You know what I'm saying? And Tracy is hands-on, and I understand the partnership. So, what keeps y'all going? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to working together, especially as a relationship and as business, and not, combining the two in drama or conflict of interest or anything like that, but actually becoming a powerhouse.
Well, we share the same common goals. We like the stories we develop together. We've got we've got three now. She and I developed one, and I always give my ideas. But like I said, she's the sight and I'm the sound, and we just fit like hand in glove. So we always play our position. I'm always glad to help out on whatever she needs to make a production happen.
No
and
Diddy.
likewise. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no Diddy. No Diddy. No. We're too old for Diddy. Yeah,
We too old for
I'm
Diddy.
65. I'm 65 now. Yeah, okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm 65. Baby oil would give me a heart attack.
No, you don't. We got that black snake moan beard.
See, there we go.
That's for baby oil.
There we go.
Okay, look.
I tried to make a joke. Everybody got silent. It was a joke. Baby oil would make me have an heart attack. Never mind.
Hey, we laughed, man. I was muted.
So listen, I redid the lyrics. You're gonna want to mute me after this. To that. You know that song? I don't like the way you back that up. Don't no diggity, no diddy. Don't back it up. You get it? I like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, mute him.
That was my joke. I was joking.
Okay. Yeah. Mute. He finna go in right now. But we finna do this commercial right quick. We finna do this commercial. Commercial break? Yeah, this is the commercial break, man. What's happening, man? It's your boy Lil Terry, man. Look, we are looking for sponsors and we're looking for brands to be advertised here on this platform. And if you are one of those brands or you are one of them people, shout out to our producer and PR, Jonathan Coleman. Hit up Jonathan Coleman for any placements or anything that y'all want when it comes down to this show. And he got you. Trust and believe. Shout out to our co-host, New Edition, SouthSide Mike. It's going up the right way. You feel what I'm saying? But right now, we are looking for brands that's serious about their business. We are open. Our doors are open for advertisement, sponsorships. And shout out to our subscribers, Tanya Green and So Bright Crenshaw. We are also looking for more to subscribe to our channel. You dig what I'm saying? But look, back to the show, man. Pew! Yeah, he was up out of there. So that's our commercial.
I like what you did. I like what you did right there. I like what you did,
baby. Hey man, I'm going for Mark, baby.
I like what you did right there.
I hope I secured a spot, and you know what I'm saying, in one of your films, baby.
I got you, man. I got you.
I appreciate the show. Before y'all get out though, just give us a little summary, you know what I'm saying, of how y'all actually got started. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to say the age, but you can say the age, because I'm not going to define your age now. But, you know, like Bow Wow started at 6, 7, 8 years old, you know what I'm saying? So, but how did y'all get started? You know what I'm saying? What got y'all, you know what I'm saying, to do what y'all doing today?
Well, I mean, me, like I said, back in the day, I used to do like a little modeling and acting and things like that. Then I dove into doing poetry and novels and stuff under a pen name. And then, like I said, in 2007, I was in the process of finishing up my second novel when I saw an advertisement offering a 10-week screenwriting class here in Columbus. And I jumped on top of that, and I've been doing that ever since. So.
Real deep. So, Pastor Troy, like, do you know Pastor Troy personally, or is it just something that just happened?
Who?
Is that for
Pastor
Vincent?
Troy.
That'd be for Vincent.
Okay.
Oh, that's my bad. Wrong person. That is definitely Vincent, and I bet you know him. He know everybody. What about you, Miss Levine?
Well, like I said, it was a career coach that got me into doing stand-up. Originally, I was just trying to get into acting in basically any way I can, and I just felt comedy was more of a natural thing with me. It's weird. People always tell me that, oh, comedy is so difficult and drama is like easy. I'm like, no, I think it's the other way around. And I honestly do not remember how I got into writing. I think I just started writing comedy sketches in 2013, and I joined some
Do,
groups, got those sketches put up. Don't remember how the hell I got started.
Yeah, I
do
see
you
you little.
do you have siblings?
No, only child.
Only
Sad.
child. So you did. So do you have like cousins? Like, did you talk about people in a joking way? Like,
I did talk about my parents a lot during stand up. I kind of retired those jokes after they passed away.
not the parents. You said died away.
My dad, yeah, I had a great one with my mom, but she passed away in 2013, so I kind of retired that joke after that. My dad actually came to one of my shows, and I had like a whole bit about my parents, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know he was coming.
Well, blessings to the family, and definitely sorry for your mom's. That's
Thanks.
a major piece. Nobody's ever gonna get over that. You know what I'm saying? So, mom and dad is very special. So I definitely want to say that. Jokes to the side. I definitely want to say that. V.
I should bring it back. That was one of my better jokes.
I mean, well, okay. So if you're thinking about bringing it back, what does that joke mean to you? You feel what I'm saying? Like is it a part of, you know, the generation that you know what I'm saying that you're creating?
Um, Basically, like my parents were never much on technology. There was no internet or anything in the house, so they didn't understand some of the things that we would do. Like my joke basically had to do with my mom not understanding what the Apple Store is or Bluetooth,
Okay, okay,
stuff like
okay.
that. And it's like I used to be embarrassed by how technically behind my parents were, but now you gotta laugh at it, right?
Oh yeah, ain't nothing to be embarrassed about. We should be embarrassed because we don't know how to use it the right way and get paid. That's embarrassing.
Facts.
That's embarrassment. Hey V. So the question was, um, well, if you speak about the age, you know what I'm saying, what age did you get started, and you know what I'm saying, like what got you passionate to what you're doing? Obviously you've been doing it for so long. Like, what keeps you going and what got you started? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got started when I was like about 11 years old, but that's a long story. It's all in my bio on my SoundCloud. You know, I was trapped at home, and my dad was a TV repairman and a musician. And I played with the TVs and made music. I pretended I made music to them at 11 years old. That was my video games. That was the same thing. Anyway, but I got a big break from Curtis Mayfield in the mid 80s. I was able to tour with him 84, 85, 86. Worked on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, which was a great black exploitation uh, film. It was a parody. It was a comedy on film, black exploitation film movies. Anyway, I got to meet a lot of people, so that was a big push. And then working with a lot of unknown filmmakers who were doing the music to their shorts and helping them stand up above the others in film festivals. That was my main focus, my main accurate focus was on getting the best music to give them branding.
For
Hey
somebody to
V, quick question for V. Well, statement. So
oh no,
you're
y'all
based in New
talk.
York.
Yep.
Y'all can talk.
You're based in New York, right? So one of my
No, I'm
one of
I'm in
my
Atlanta. I live in
okay,
Atlanta.
okay. I thought somebody said New York. My fault. Okay.
Maggie's based out of Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm from New York. I'm from New York, but I'm from Atlanta. I mean, I live in Atlanta. I'm from South Carolina as well, but no, Atlanta is my home. Yeah.
Okay, I'll send it because Mixed Master Rights and UTFO is in this movie, our latest movie. It's his first acting role.
Cool in the gang, man. Yeah, UTFO. Wow.
Okay. We have three great people on the show. So I like the fact that you you know what I'm saying, cross question, you know what I'm saying, the people that's on the channel. Do y'all have any questions for one another? You know what I'm saying, that we haven't touched that y'all might be all right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I appreciate that you write characters a certain way. You look for actors that will do your character a certain way. How often does somebody come in audition that's either outside of the demographic you had in mind or plays the character differently than what you had in mind, but but they do such a good job that you decide to just go with it anyway? Like, how often does that happen?
Oh, yeah, it happens occasionally. Sometimes I even write a role in for that person because they did so well.
Okay.
Is there any? Y'all done?
I just want to say, everybody, I appreciate everybody that came in today, man. I did my homework on all you guys. So, you know, the work that you guys have put in y'all perspective, in your perspective industries and what it is that you do, I can see that you guys are all dedicated and, you know, you guys work really hard. Y'all definitely had some really key things that you guys have been doing. Like I said, Mark, I still got to catch up on a couple more of your movies. The Holy Hustle was a great, funny movie, man. I laughed. Maggie, I see that you've done work for Mock House and all the things of that nature. So I see you really out there, you know, putting in your work as a female comedian. So just keep it up. Vince, you've worked with two of my favorite artists, man, with Pastor Troy and Shawty Lowe. So I know that feeling was really great. And, you know, also, Mark, if you're ever looking for another brother than Pitch, man, I'm right next door to you in Pittsburgh. I also see that you're a Steelers fan too. So don't put your hands up. Don't put your hands up for them. I just noticed that. Yeah, I just noticed that you were a fan, but we're not gonna go there. I just
You're a Falcon fan.
I just currently moved up here, so you know. But I did take notice that you know you are close, so it's good to just, you know, network with people. So I just appreciate all you guys here, man. And you guys just keep thriving, keep pushing, keep running up in your industries, man. I appreciate all you guys.
Hey, thanks for having
us. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Oh, for sure. I got a question before y'all go though. And it's for all three of y'all, and y'all can answer one at a time. What are y'all top 5 influencers? Someone that influenced you. It could be any, like, music, producers, actors, actresses, it don't matter. What is y'all top 5 influencers? You know what I'm saying? To this day.
Oh, that's crazy, man. I never really thought about that too much, other than fictional Fred Sanford.
That's my guy.
Yeah, you know.
But that's one.
Of course, you know, Spike Lee, of course.
Spike Lee is big.
Yeah, Denzel. You know, just you know, even as a filmmaker, man, I really can't say there's certain directors that I really studied or follow. I just like good stories.
What about Ice Cube?
Oh yeah, Ice Cube the man. Yeah, definitely.
50 Cent.
50 Cent the man too.
50 Cent? Yeah, 50 Cent went into to that side. What's another upcoming producer that's making I know Spike Lee, he been in the game for a minute, you know, Ice Cube, from saying 50 Cent making leeway, but is there another one that we should be looking out, you know what I'm saying, out for when it comes down to? I don't either.
I have no idea.
I don't either, because 50 Cent killing the game. All right, Maggie, your turn.
Well, Jim Gaffigan's definitely up there. The two girls from Broad City, because they started out doing their own thing. It was a web series, then became a big Comedy Central thing. That's something I would aspire to do. Also, Steve Martin. I was watching his documentary on Apple TV, Steve, and he talks about his stand-up and how he pretty much threw all the rules out the window. He goes, so I just started doing this and this and that. I'm watching like, but that goes against everything I've been taught in my classes. Maybe I should just not take classes, just do my own thing.
Okay.
Like, it's definitely a new way, like that. It's a new way of seeing it.
Okay.
So name one comedian that you watch that I should, go and check out?
Jim Gaffigan's my favorite. He just has this
Jim
way
Gaffigan.
of telling the truth in a way where you're like, never thought of it that way.
Okay.
Which all comedians should, but he really does.
Got you. V. You on stage, V?
Like V working with that direct TV internet.
Well, he ain't got no internet. He on that Diddy time.
He working off the hotspot on his phone right now.
He working though. So look, before we wrap up, I definitely want to let people know. Hey, you already know, baby.
Yes, sir.
Let people know what y'all got going on, what they should check out, and do y'all shout outs.
All right, so like I said before, our latest movie, When Three Become One, is streaming on Amazon Prime right now. My next project is we want to do a Christmas movie, probably not this fall, but next winter, and it's called Will You Marry My Wife? So that's what's going on.
I sure will.
Hey, Mark, your actor here, headshot here.
Hey, y'all gotta come to Ohio though. Y'all gotta come to Ohio.
I would travel.
I'm an hour and a half away.
There it is.
Hey, so Miss Deborah Sue said, she said, "Hey, Mark." So yeah, so that's what you just got right. That's my homegirl right there. So, what you got, Maggie? What's your shout out? What you got going on?
That's not mutual.
We have a Christmas guest comedy show coming up. I've written some sketches for that. I will be performing as well. I will be doing a charity fundraiser with them as well, closer to Christmas. I don't have all the exact details right now, but if you follow me on Facebook, Maggie Levine Comedy, or Instagram, levine.maggie, all the deets will be there once I get them.
Okay. Got some people that's working.
Yes,
I'm talking about the assembly line. Yeah, here doing his thing, flipping burgers and stuff like this. Okay.
That's stupid. All right, Vince, let them people know what they can.
All you got to do is Google me, VLEEV, 5 letters. Lee with a V on the front and the back. That's it. V.
That's a hustler.
That's all you got to do is Google those 5. Google those 5 letters. You're gonna get it all. You're gonna get it all.
He's been hustling.
Come get some. Come get some. That's what I do all day long. Hey, listen, I'm campaigning. All right, and I ain't complaining. There you go.
There you go. I've been knowing V for years. I've known V for years. But I definitely salute y'all. You know what I'm saying, for actually giving us, blessing us with y'all's presence. Y'all didn't have to do this, but y'all did. We're upcoming talk show called the EFABU. It's called Inspiring for a Better You. So this is what this really about. The crib is actually the segments. So when people come in, there's no filter. Everybody is themselves. But we laugh, joke, and have fun. So whenever y'all, decide to come back as, guests, by yourselves, or y'all want to just say something, get something off your chest, the crib is where y'all need to be on the EFABU. I know it's kind of challenging, to have 3 people on at one time. But I definitely will try to reach out to see if we get y'all own, thing. But this was amazing. I like how y'all was interacting with one another. We actually figured out the mute button together. Yeah.
Great button. Great button.
So I appreciate y'all for that. So raise y'all hand if y'all want to say anything else. Southside, go ahead.
Okay. Maggie, please come join us next week for Women's Day. We're doing a show for the women. It's catered to the women. Please come be a part. Come check out. You can give your input, your comments. It's going to be a little controversial things going on. We definitely going to try to rattle some cages for the women. So please come join us. For the men, we're doing Men Day. The Men Cave. Man Cave, October 15th. So please come back, be a part of the crowd. If we can get you on the show, we'll get you in there. It's just gonna be barbershop talk. So you guys are welcome, man, and we appreciate you guys most definitely.
Hey, thanks again, fellas. Appreciate it, man. Good luck with the show and everything.
Thank you.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
y'all. Salute.